Let's go ahead and upgrade our people. +1 speed and tackle and man coverage? Oh, hell yeah. I will take that all day. I really don't know how awareness would affect a kicker, but I'm sure there's a valid reason for that. But yeah, guys, I went in the editor and I noticed that Aaron Donald didn't have his 99 club, golden cleats on, so I went in and fixed it. I'll show you guys what it looks like. There they are. So there's his 99 cleats. So then I'll also show you Jalen Ramsey's cleats, because he's a 99 overall now. There you go. Those are his. A little bit more basic, but still gold nonetheless, right? So anyway, I thought that would be cool to show you guys. Alright, so we had locked up the #1 seed. So there's really no reason to play the rest of these games. They're meaningless at this point. I'm going to go ahead and simulate them. And I bet you we'll lose all 3 of them. But you know what? Who cares? Isn't it funny Leonard Fournette was still on the Jaguars at this point? Whereas now he's on the Tampa Bay Bucks. Should be very interesting to watch. I don't know if it's going to work out there, but we will see. There's just not that many appealing prospects as compared to other years. I mean, there are some, don't get me wrong, but a lot of corners that I don't need. Hey, we won that one. That was the first time I simulated a game where I actually won it. We simulated like 3 or 4 games last year, and we lost them all. And we simulated one game against the, who was it, the Texans. And now the Jags. This is the first time we simulated where we won. Can't believe it. No, I don't want cover 2, man. I mean, at this point, scouting is just like a chore at this point. Because there's like no new players to scout. All the guys that I haven't scouted are all at positions I don't need, like defensive tackle. This guy looks pretty decent. He's 21 years old. Well, all three of these guys look good. Of course, I don't need a defensive tackle. Damn, all these guys are freaking good. Got smoked by Seattle, week 17. Okay, we're playing the New York Giants. 8-7-1. Aaron Donald is available to play again. Look at that. Right in time for our first playoff game. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and train everybody up. The Giants are not a good football team, particularly, so I don't think we're going to have too much issue with them. But hey, I've been wrong before. I got cocky last year, and look at where that got us. If you don't know what happened to us last year, feel free to go back into the playlist and go to the end of Season 1, and you'll see how our season ended. +1 speed? Hell yeah. Hell yes. Look at that route running. It's pretty good. All these trash players I've been training is turning out pretty decent. Just a matter of time, I guess. Oh. Jalen Ramsey has an upgrade. I'm not going to do it, though. And we have a lot of upgrades. Holy moly. Let's go ahead and check our end season stats too before we hop into the playoffs. We usually do that and see where all our players ended up producing throughout the course of the year. Terrell Burgess kid is 22 years old. Star, and he's already 84 overall. It's pretty good. All right. Let's check out our end of season stats. Jared Goff threw for 4,700 yards, 56 touchdowns, only 9 picks at a 70+% completion rate. Our longest pass of the season was 79 yards, and we were sacked only 14 times, which is really good. Cam Akers ran for 1,276 yards on 219 carries, had 11 touchdowns. Henderson had 184 carries, not bad, ran for a nice little 864 yards. And Cam Akers' long of the season was 33. Darrell Henderson's long was 58. Receiving-wise, we had 3 players up over 1,200 yards. My goodness. We had Kupp, went for 1,428 yards on 88 catches, 19 touchdowns. Then we had Woods, who went for 1,252 yards on only 62 catches. He averaged 20 yards a catch. He had 14 touchdowns. And then Van had 87 balls for 1,206 and 7 touchdowns. We had Higbee as well, chip in with 11 touchdowns. He had 62 catches for 622 yards. Defensively, our leading tackler once again was Micah Kiser, who had 110 tackles. Terrell Burgess, the corner / safety, actually got 94 tackles. Kenny Young had 92. Tackle for loss, Aaron Donald had 14 sacks. Aaron Donald had 16.5, and remember, he missed the last 3 or 4 games of the season. I think it was the last 3 games. Floyd had 15 sacks. Terrell Lewis had 6. Okoronkwo had 5.5, and Middleton had 4.5. Interceptions, John Johnson had 4, Ramsey had 3, David Long had 2, as well as Burgess, Rapp, and Alexander all had 2. Forced fumbles, we had 2 by Aaron Donald, 1 by Kiser, 1 by Robinson. No blocks, we had 1 safety, which was by Okoronkwo. And we had only 1 defensive touchdown, which is John Johnson. So there you have it. There you have it. Our end of the season stats. Let's get on to the playoffs. I'd love to do the NFL draft this stream, but we got to get through these next 2 games first. Actually, it's 3 games. We have to play 3 more games before we can do the NFL draft. I don't know if we're going to get to it tonight, because we have to play the divisional game, the conference game, and the Super Bowl.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll see Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Oh, they're not hot. They're about to be cold.
Daniel Jones trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for
nice
him
play, Ramsey.
And give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Knocked it out.
Drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Defended by Jalen Ramsey.
To throw again. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton.
Darius Slayton can play, man. That dude is good.
4 catches for him.
If I was starting a franchise, I would love to have Darius Slayton on my team.
And it's a first down. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that
if you haven't heard of him, just look at the highlights, man. The guy can play.
They also have to have
what are you doing, Daniel?
Game as well. They did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up third and manageable.
In every play that's run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described it.
I don't think they got it.
Just get into a third and manageable.
Oh, they got it.
Nice decision making and took care of the football.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Defense had a chance to get off the field.
They got it barely.
Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Barkley with a carry on first down.
Now I can see why Burgess gets so many damn tackles. The guy is everywhere.
Well, every play call,
number 26. That dude is always near the football.
So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it,
he was out of bounds.
You could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
8th play of this opening.
They got decent receivers. They got Golden Tate, Shepard, and Slayton. And Evan Engram, and obviously Barkley.
From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram.
That's some really good skill position players.
Short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
It was a horrible block attempt. I didn't want to hit him and get a penalty.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Rams taking the field and leading the way. The man from Cal, the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff.
I love this guy's makeup. He is not afraid to fail. He attacks on just about every snap. Wants to throw the football downfield first. He'll throw it short if he has to. But bottom line, he wants to put a lot of pressure on the defense with his arm.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I gotta mess with my depth chart again.
11 yards on that pickup.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary.
Oh my God.
That led to a really nice game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Okay, let's go and mess with our running back depth chart here.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
We're good. We're good.
Here's Goff. A quick pass to Cup. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Cup, 37 yards. And the Rams
I feel bad doing the dance celebration. Cooper Kupp would never do that. That's why it's funny.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly. And
Jared Goff loves it.
On the move, and when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown.
Saquon's like, what are you doing, man? Just tackle him. Look at this Microsoft Surface. It's going to give you all the answers you need to know.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh.
Receiver sharp, and it's intercepted.
Long.
Picked off by David Long.
Well done. Well done.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man,
that ball was
thrown
behind him and low.
But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball.
Fourth row.
That's exactly what happened on that play.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Look at that ball fit right in the seam between 3 defenders.
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
this one's right.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
14-3 ball game. They have the short
The
field,
computer's not
and they
advanced
quiver
enough
up
to
the
put
middle.
to, you know,
Just 2 plays to
trail
get into the
him
end.
with their best corner. They don't do those type of adjustments. Now, if they did, that would be great.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Was that an RPO that failed?
Past the 20.
Expect nothing less, baby. Expect nothing less.
They're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense.
Yeah, that ball was out.
Fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And it's 21-3. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Oh, man. This one's already get carried away.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They have not really much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
Coach is not happy at that coordinator.
Just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. 21-3 is your score after 1.
With the score, Rams 21, Giants 3.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away.
For the Giants.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords.
I really hope they don't have an outside linebacker on Cup right now.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. They'll fight forward for a couple.